Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Exotic Boerboel Breeders. We're live with our sage puppies. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Puppies making a little bit of noise today. Let's get some close-ups. A little noisy today. See how mom tiptoed in there? Watch how she move around, nice and gentle. What we gonna do? Gonna put the puppies right up under mom so they can be warm. This is how we see who's hungry and who's not. Still bottle feeding them, although mom is producing a little bit more milk. Mom is producing a little bit more milk. So that we happy about, but it's still feel the need to top them off. So we're gonna do that today. Let y'all see how we do our bottle feeding. Got the chair set up. Just move these things around a little bit. Check the temperature on my bottle. Perfect. So here we go. I hope you can see this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. You know, just like this with two of my legs. So this is how I check the bottle. I just put some right there. I'm 98.6 degrees. We want this to be a little bit warm but not too hot. Puppies need to be having the milk around 198 degrees. You know, a little bit over that in order for them to be able to metabolize the nutrition. And mom's doing a good job. She's licking the puppies and keeping them clean. This is how we do it. I'm gonna set this right here. So what I do is I come in and I kind of see who's the hungrier puppies. So we want to make sure that we got this on top of the tongue, not under the tongue. Then, so that one. What's going on, Brody? It's a little difficult to do. I'm just gonna do one puppy here, y'all. So hold that up. We're looking for him to start suckling. Looking for him to start nursing. That one ain't too hungry. Go find this one that's on the tip. So let's see. Okay, we got this guy here. It's on the tip, so that's a pretty good indication that he's hungry. We're gonna make sure that he's getting enough. So what do we do? Mom wants to know what are we doing. She cares about her puppies. I like the Boerboel for many reasons. I feel like it's the ultimate companion dog. They're very intelligent. I mean, for me in the urban setting, they're not extremely aggressive. So we're gonna try to get this. There we go. I feel like they're the ultimate dog for the urban environment and the urban setting. You guys can see that. They're very intelligent. They're large. They're powerful. I like the exercise. I like a dog that's fit. I like the physique. I like their trainability, the athleticism. They got a whole lot of upside to the Boerboels. They're not extremely aggressive. They're more defensive. I'm a family man myself, and I'm in an urban atmosphere. So I need a dog that I can know I feel comfortable leaving with my family and knowing that they're going to be protected. I'm always considering the safety and well-being of my family as a priority, and the breed is that has the same interest. So we kind of like the same. See those bubbles that we know. Now we know the puppy is getting some milk. Look at he really. They down in about a full bottle at this time. But see, they kind of quiet. They're really quiet. Hold on, just this. Hold on. Oh, sorry about that. Mom, she cleans. She takes to take this as an opportunity to clean them. So what we gonna do? Let me see if I can set this up. You can see. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get this back in the puppy's mouth. Mom, get back, girl. Let's see here. Do it like that. So again, we're gonna put the bottle up. We don't want to get it under his tongue. We want to get it on top of the tongue. You can see that there. And this is just supplemental bottle feeding. It's not exclusively bottle feeding. So when he's licking and pushing that out, we know that this guy's pretty full. And we can look at the belly and tail, see how the belly is nice and extended. That's not acceptable on grown-up dogs. We don't want our grown-up dogs to be overextended like that. But puppies is good. Nobody wants to see a skinny puppy. We want them nice and thick, heavy. So then we're gonna open her up. So you can see who's hungry, who's not. And we just want to top them off. I'm trying to just boost mom up on. Is this the same puppy that I just had? This is a male. Let's see here. I'm gonna hold this up. Now, a baby you would bottle feed like this, upside down. You don't want the puppies to do. You don't want to do that with the puppies. You want to have them right side up. See there? That's how we do it. So I got this. See how I got his arm? He rested on his arm. Up under between my fingers. That's how we do this. And I see the puppies every day, but I can see that they're growing. And I'm happy for that. I'm comfortable with the rate of growth. And these things that we want to monitor. This is what we're looking at from the day on the day-to-day. Are our puppies growing? Are they gaining weight? Are they retaining the nutrition? When you see these nice full bellies, it's a way to understand you know that the dogs are eating good. When you don't see the ribs, you don't see the hips, you don't see the spine, you know that they're retaining the nutrition, they're retaining the nutrients. You can feel pretty comfortable that they're growing. So this is just how we do it. We're gonna let this puppy fill up. We're gonna fill him up. Fill her up, fill her up. happy puppy, full puppy is a quiet puppy. We want them to go to sleep just like a baby. But it's a lot of reasons to love a Boerboel. I mean, they're very beautiful. They're not, by me having a family, I tend to have a lot of visitors, friends, family come over to stop by, say hi. My daughters got a lot, their friends come over and visit. We want to have a dog that's not a risk to the public safety. We don't want a dog that's a liability. We don't want to be worried about having an issue with somebody getting. Sorry about that. I started out as a boy with a golden retriever chow chow mix, and he was a neighborhood dog. You know, he was everybody's dog. He was able to go outside and be off leash. He was able to hang out with different people in the neighborhood. He was never a threat. Still had the guard dog, watchdog protection. You know, he would let us know if somebody was at the door, if somebody was walking down the street. Now, you hear that puppy sound like a little bit of raspy, sounding like he got something in his throat. You got to be mindful that you don't want the puppy to be ingesting too much and it goes into his lungs. So that's why we got to keep him upright. I don't know if you can see that. See how he's got his tongue latched around the bottom of the nipple? That's exactly what you want. When you bottle feed it, good thing about these Boerboel puppies, they big. So you can use a regular size bottle. Okay, so he's getting close to done. You hear him rasping, you don't want him to be intaking milk down the lungs. That could be problematic and that could cause the dogs to get pneumonia. So yeah, you want to keep this at a nice slow stream, a moderate pace, moderate stream. You don't want it to just be overflowing. You don't want it to come out too fast. Remember that he got strong suction. He or she, the puppies, they're gonna latch onto the milk, to the. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can see the father of the puppies. All you have to do is go to boerboelpuppy.com, Boerboel puppy.com. His name is Balto. And he is the father of the puppies. He looked a lot like these puppies when he was born. Here we go again. So if they don't latch on, they don't start sucking it real hard immediately, I skip them and move on to the next one. Yeah, we supposed to burp them, um, but that's why I kind of stop them before they get too full, and then I place them back down on there. But I haven't, be honest with you, I haven't been burping the puppies. Yeah, see them. But yeah, like I said, so I got that more of a companion. Companion. I look at a dog for as a like a best friend, somebody that I can always rely on and depend on. I like to have my dogs off leash. I like to be walking in the neighborhood with my dogs off leash, and I don't want them to be running, chasing people down, and just be a general a menace or danger or threat, pose any threat to society. People can see the dogs, they know me with the dogs, and they can feel comfortable. Yeah, this is whelping. Whelping 101. See how that puppy nice and full, nice and fat. That's what we looking for. That's the ideal right there. Yeah, this is what you call whelping. So you look in here, see how this puppy right here is not as full. We just pulled this one off of mom's breast. So we gonna go ahead, fill her up. Get that belly nice and full. Yep, this is what you call whelping, flat out. Around the clock, every 2 to 3 hours. We coming in, topping off the litter. We supporting the mom. We keep teaching her. She's a really good mom, though. She really cautious and gentle. The way that she moves around the nest. What you got to be wary of is these moms. Sometimes they come in and just flop down on top of the puppies. Those moms pose a very serious danger. When you have too many puppies, this is the ideal number. I like 7, 6, 8, maybe 9. When you have smaller numbers, though, it's easier for her to keep track of the puppies. Sometimes when you have the larger amount, want to get behind her, and then you got a risk of her smashing the puppy, suffocating the puppy. There's a danger. See how this puppy filling up? Now, if this milk is not warm enough, they won't be able to break that food down into nutrition. So we have to make sure that we're keeping the milk warm. And I'll show you guys in a minute. I got a pot full of warm water, same way that you keep a baby's bottle. You can't take this milk and put it in a pot and warm it up like that, because what happens is it burns. So you have to use the double broiler method, same way you would if you were cooking butter. Fuel it up with butter. See that? Now, when you hear that raspy, I don't know if you can hear that, then this is how you're going to burp them. But we want to stop them before we hear that. Just pat them on the back like that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can feel it. I don't know if you all. So here we go again. Take a look at this puppy right here and compare him to this puppy. Phone calls keep coming in. Sorry about that. See how this puppy here is a lot flatter than this puppy, is more extended. See, so this is how we can tell who's nursed and who hasn't. And then you see the puppies that have already nursed, they're not too much concerned about, or they're not too active. They're not busy trying to get to the boob. The hunger fuels the tiger. The hungrier dogs are always going to be more active and more. That's why it's good to feed. That's why we feed our dogs once a day. So, because we like them to be active, we want them to be aware, we want them to be alert. We're talking about adult dogs at this point. Young dogs, though, puppies, they need to eat more often. We're not concerned. They don't have really so much of a job to do. So we're going to keep them nice and full. Yeah, see how they pounding down this milk. They pounding down the milk. But yeah, see how he's, and I mean, they literally fill up. We want to keep them nice and full. We want them to grow. I mean, this is not the ideal. This can't replace what Mother Nature designed for the dog, but it's a good supplement. And we want to make sure that we're keeping the puppies nice and full so they can grow at a respectable rate. We don't want their growth rate to decline or suffer from a lack of nutrition or lack of nutrients or lack of hydration. So we gonna keep them nice and full. Even though mom is producing some milk. Tell them, Skill, good looking, family, good looking. Appreciate that. Y'all always forget to say that. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more of this type of content. If you would like to be informed of how it goes, get you some tips so you can become on the way on your journey to becoming a pro. I mean, if you really want to see the behind the scenes, inside look at raising, owning, caring for dogs in general, this is the channel for that. I mean, we want to really give you an idea of what all it is involved with, goes on with having these dogs. And then people just think that boom, you have puppies and you, bam, you become a breeder. And there's so much more to it than that. There's so much more to it than that. I would have lost so much sleep behind taking care of these puppies. Is exhausting. Okay, so at that point right there, when he released, feel like he done had enough. You can see the difference. All you have to do is rewind it from where he first started to where he had finished out. And now you can see that this puppy is full. You can see his activity level is really slow and sluggish. He's not moving around much at all. Then we're going to move on to the next pup. And I like to take him straight off the tit because that's how we know that this puppy is hungry. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to start this puppy right here. It's not as full. He's not as extended. This area is soft. You see how he's moving around. He fidgety in my hand. We're going that's it. Hey, he hungry. Say, man, what I gotta do? What I gotta feed me? And we want that intense. We want that intense suckling, the strong latch. That's a good indication that the puppy is doing well. If you got a puppy that don't want to latch, that's a problem. If you have too much milk overflowing, you can see that it starts to back up. They can't swallow it fast enough. So I'll show y'all a good rate of flow from the nipple. This is another reason that I like smaller litters though. 7 to 9 is cool. Because I mean, it's enough work with 7 to 9 puppies for me and the mom. We don't want to be overwhelmed. We don't want mom to be exhausted or. Okay, he done. Now, see, this is much more stiff. The belly is. It's beautiful markings on these puppies. It's strong. This is typically gonna be final color here. I like those Balto necks. You can see the Balto necks, how thick, muscular across the back they are. These are some nice pups. Big, good definition across the back. Look at how thick he is. The match is almost like the width of his neck. It's as thick as the width of his head. This color right here between the tit, this is gonna be the final color of the puppy with a lot of pigment. I like the fact that they got the heavy black mask, black around the ears. That's strong pigment, and that's desired per the breed standard. So we want to see it. That's something that we want to see. So, see, and this is another thing that you have to do. You got to pay attention and make sure that your puppies is nursing. I don't know how many of them was that. Okay, this one right here. Little chubby gubby. Little puppy. Little big body. So this could be misleading. A lot of times you could just take a visual, you'll scan through and say the puppies is doing good. I hear this from people all the time. Oh, they was nursing, everybody was eating, and then all of a sudden, all the puppies dead, or all of 3 or 4 of them start falling off. They start fading. Why does that happen? Because they look like they nursing, and they look like, but they actually just resting up under her boobs, where it's nice and warm at. and they draw a lot of heat from the mom. So they'll get up under there, and you'll have the idea, oh, they doing good. They up there. They all was nursing. They all look like they was nursing. No, you need to go do a visual, close, detailed, microscopic, zoom in on them and get an inspection and see that the actual boob or the teat that the puppy is latched onto the teat. Just doing a visual, you would look at these puppies and you would think, oh yeah, they still nursing, but they actually resting. They see mom cleaning them up. Usually she starts licking them. So as soon as they start to refuse, as soon as he starts to refuse, we're gonna take the bottle away. We don't want to overfeed them. See the difference? See the abdomen is extended, nice and full. So I think that was all 7 of the pups. Double check this one. There we go. Okay, see that's a full pup. See how he ain't sucking. So we're gonna put him back. You don't want to overfeed him. Like I said, and then you can also measure to see how much the pups is consuming with each feeding. And they usually go down to from here to between here and 70 with one feeding. I just fed the puppies at 11. So that's good. Now I can really see. We can take it. Oh, my fault, y'all. All right, there we go. Now we can really see what's going on with these puppies and take a real good look, see who's who and what's what. So here we got a female, heavy black mask, nice thick paws on her. That's a female there. Got 7 females. We got 7 pups here total. This is another female here. Very much like the first puppy. This one's got a little bit darker, a little bit more pigmented, light white spot around the chest. We got this guy here. I think this is a male. Yep, this is a male. This is the smaller male. Really nice pigment around the underbody. That's not gonna fade too much. We see you got the heavy pigment around the back, across the back. So that's gonna be like when you see this, almost looks like it's black, but what happens is you got a high concentration of hairs right there, and as the puppy grows, those hairs will start to spread out, and the color will lighten. But if you get down close, you can see that it's actually brown hairs. Those are not black hairs. So this is not gonna be like a black. It's gonna be darker around the top, much like the mom has. He has the black or the darker colored hairs around the top and the lighter underbody. This puppy here it's gonna have the darker underbody. Hopefully that stays all black. See when you get that black pigment around the bottom feet and on the pads. And we got this pup. Let's see here. Here's another female. See, and they look like they nursing, but they not. Got another female here. And see how the puppy is nice and calm. That's due to the extensive handling. That's due to us always being in here with the puppies. So bottle feeding, it does have its benefits. And the puppy looks at a human as a member. It's almost feeling like it's a human. And and we're the mom or second mom. And you got mom doing the inspection. She's sniffing them down real good. Who else we got in here? Extremely handsome girl. What's up, girl? What's going on, Sagey? Very handsome. Very cute. Rather gorgeous. That's the male we just looked at. And you already saw this female, heavy set, wide body, thick. Who else we got here? Smaller female, teeny tiny, young chica. Smaller girl. Again, we got that same reoccurring theme with the heavy pigment. You can see it again on the paws. Thank you, family. Okay, yes, for sure, for sure. Thank you, Larry. Chase, I always suggest you start with a female if you plan on pursuing breeding. Females is going to be easier to manage, and then you can kind of really see what you're working with. I mean, the strengths and weaknesses. You want Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. So yeah, I suggest you start with a female. You really want to research a line that's real fertile. You want to be careful. You want to be wary of um, fertility issues. So you want to select a female from a large litter that comes from. Look at that. Look at the wrinkles in the face. I like this dog is probably gonna have a really nice large head. You see the width between the eyes. And you see how the eyes is kind of on the side. The wrinkles in the head. That tends to stay that wrinkle, that big wrinkle. That tends to be there as they mature into adults. Look, I like this when you see the wrinkles in the pads. That usually is an indication of the thickness of the bone. And like I said again, with this heavier pigment, that means he's gonna be like a deeper, richer, redder color. Um, you see that he's nice and full though. You can always check their hydration by just pinching up the fur between their neck, and then you won't see if that doesn't count to three. That doesn't fall back down. If this remains tinted, count to three. So you say, boom, you'll pitch that up. 1, 2, 3. If this was stayed up, this puppy got a lot of wrinkles. But if this stays up, it'll just stay up. It'll sit there. It doesn't have the elasticity. It doesn't have that looseness. But if this pitches up, then you know that your puppies is not absorbing the hydration. You got an issue there. So pitch it up. See how it keeps on falling down. Pitch it up. 1, 2, 3. If that stays up there, it will stay up there like this, and it would just be dry. That's how you know the puppy is dry. But you see how as soon as I release it, it falls. That's how you know that this dog is hydrated. So, yeah, you definitely want to start with a female though, and you want to make sure that your line is fertile. If you All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody for joining. We'll be back again. See y'all a little later on. Don't forget to tune in at 7. Going live. We got a special episode coming up. It's really exciting as always. I'll catch up with y'all. See y'all at 7.